G'day, how are you? Today we're talking about a lens, the Canon EF 135mm f2.L. Right off the bat, this is touted as one of Canon's sharpest lenses. Got to be one of the big three: 50 1.2, the 85 1.2, and the 135 f2. This is a bokeh bonanza. Even though those other two lenses I just mentioned have faster apertures, because of the distance or the range involved using this lens, I challenge you to find that it doesn't create equally, or if not infinitely better bokeh or out of focus area blur. It's one of the most sought after attributes of a fast aperture lens these days, is the ability to pick the subject out from the background and give it a unique impact, and that's exactly what this lens does. It is a big lens. It's got the hugest focusing ring I've ever seen, but of course with the L lens it's got the rangefinder window. This particular copy, the autofocus, is sharp, but it more or less has to be cranked into the zone before it picks up on the subject. Otherwise it does take a lot of time to shift all the glass in this. Off the camera and looking at the glass, it's just a beautiful piece. You only have to look at the lens and feel its build quality and its weight to know that you're dealing with a really nice piece of kit here. One of the things that I really enjoy most about shooting with this lens is that because it's at the 135mm focal length, it still looks relatively subdued on the camera. So you can be obtaining quite tight telephoto shots with a rather inconspicuous lens. Although once you add the third-party filter and hood, it does get a little bit longer. The Canon hood shoots out another couple of inches. It's quite incredible. One thing against the 135mm f2 is if you're shooting it on an APS-C or crop sensor camera, I find that the lack of image stabilization in the lens makes it a little bit tricky, because the camera shake is exacerbated by the fact you're shooting it at a 1.6 crop factor. Require quite a bit of distance between you and your subject, and it's really great to incorporate quite a lot of distance between your subject and your background. The depth of field is very narrow out of that distance, and so you do have to be quite meticulous to maintain your precise focus. But when you do, you're going to create some incredible pictures. The two lenses I mentioned at the start, the 50 1.2 and the 85 1.2, they're really expensive. The lens here is on a par in terms of the quality, sharpness, background blur, but it's about half the price. If you get a copy, enjoy it, because it really is a fantastic lens.